Hello everybody, we are here to present the closeout video for two proposals. The first one is the vCA-tool Dev and Maintenance, and the second one is the vCA-tool Dev and Maintenance. Both were part of the Fund 8 Community Advisor Improvements Challenge, and we got funded for both for $7,500 in ADA. These two tools appeared in Fund 4 to help the community during the Assess and the Assess QA stage. They improved consistently the user experience, facilitating the assessor's cohort to access and interact with this stage of the Catalyst process. The idea behind the two proposals was to continue to do the maintenance for these two tools, specifically by updating the data necessary to make them work for the subsequent funds, and to add features and fix bugs in order to continue improving the PA and vPA experience. So, let's start with the PA tool. We targeted two funds for the maintenance, Fund 9 and Fund 10. In Fund 9, everything went good. Assessments criteria and classification were updated. All the data related to the fund, such as the challenges and the proposals data, was updated as well, and we introduced some minor new features and fixed bugs. The tool was used by the majority of the active PAs during the fund. For Fund 10, everything was ready for the data import of challenges and proposals, and the data structure was updated accordingly. We also fixed bugs based on the community feedback that we received. Unfortunately, there was a major delay between Fund 9 and Fund 10, and a big change happened in the Assess QA process with the introduction of allocations per reviewer and the change of approach from assessments to reviews and personal opinions. These changes made the tool obsolete, as the major part of the features became useless and prevented us from deploying the tool for use in Fund 10. Everything was ready and prepared, but unfortunately it wasn't possible to publish the tool for community use. For the vPA-tool, we also had a similar approach. The tool was used in Fund 9, and for these reasons all the data, like the assessments criteria, assessments, challenges, and proposals, needed to be updated. We also introduced new features, like a new set of filters, and we fixed the bugs reported from the community. As for the PA tool, the vPA-tool was used by the majority of the vPA cohort and preferred to the spreadsheet approach. For Fund 10, everything was ready for the data migration, as it was for the PA tool, and there was also a big development effort. The whole tool was rewritten from scratch in order to update the framework, Vue.js, from the version 2 to the version 3. These implied the update of all the dependencies and the switch from the Options API in Vue 2 to the Composition API in Vue 3. In parallel, we also had a major change in the tool architecture. Instead of relying on the local storage, we moved to a remote storage using Supabase. This allowed us to introduce the capability to work from different devices, add additional filters using the remote database, and to have a huge performance improvement thanks to the ability to handle better, larger quantity of data. Unfortunately, for the same reason I explained for the PA tool, there was a major change in Fund 10 that completely removed the vPA role, replacing it with the moderator role. Moderators had to use a specific tool developed by IOG, and for this reason, the vPA tool became completely useless. The development had already taken place when the change was announced, also due to the delay between the two funds, and this prevented us to deploy the tool in Fund 10. With this in mind, after serving the community for 4 funds, we decided to retire the community tools, as the new process changes made them not necessary anymore. It was a fantastic journey to help and serve the community during these funds. Thanks everybody for the support and the preference expressed in these years.